Morning, guys. It's in the 30s here today, so it's not cold enough for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in our car and we're going to drive a couple more hours north into Canada and see what we find up there. Again, this is for our documentary about bison, so we're going to be visiting another bison ranch further north, but it's been a great time filming out here. There's been a lot of wildlife in this area. And, you know, every area we go to looks a little different. So enjoy the views and see what we find as we head further north today. What does this thing take? 91? The Beamer doesn't sound so hot right now. It says 89 minimum. Does that mean we could go down to 89? But then it says 91.
I don't know. That's a very good question.
Up to $200. Thank you. Does that mean it just charged my card $200?
I don't know, man. First time getting gas in Canada.
I get to choose my amount.
Okay. Oh my gosh. It's a learning experience for all of us.
Fuel authorized up to $50. Okay. I'm canceled. Stop. Oh my gosh, this is beeping at me.
Oh my goodness.
It's like an alarm is going off.
Okay. Well, should we sign off on that one? Or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go talk to the cashier. Wrong grade selected. Okay, just give me fuel. I don't care which one's in there now. Yeah.
Dang, I'm out of my element.
I put $50 in. I don't know, because it's Canadian dollars. I didn't think about that.
What, $50? What's it in Canadian? I think it's like, hold on, pull out my little snazzy app here. So 50 Canadian is $36.44.
$36. Fuel will get us where we're going. And then
Get us where we're going for sure, yeah.
All right.
Success.
Yeah.
Ference from Elk Point, Alberta, northeast of Alberta, northeast Alberta, and I family farmed here since 1926 in this area. My grandparents immigrated from Slovakia, so my father farmed, and of course my grandfather farmed, and then I always wanted to farm, but I didn't want a grain farm. Our land here in this area is a little bit marginal. I got some of the better land, but we fight with rocks. And when I was at an age, I didn't want to, grain farm, grain prices low. So I wanted to diversify. That was kind of my thing. So in 1987, got some elk first to diversify. And then 6 years later in 93, got my first bison. And so in 1993, my wife and I got married. We got our first 7 cows. And it's grown to about 160 breeding cows today, and we're primarily cow-calf bison cows. And the reason we did it because we wanted to diversify, and I didn't want to invest into big money in equipment. And we had the land base to a point, and we started off small and just kept expanding the corral systems as the years went on. And so one of the reasons is that farming was in our blood, and I didn't want to raise grain, and I didn't want to be getting up at all hours of the night calving cows, beef cows. We did have beef cows growing up, and I didn't want to do that anymore. So we got into bison. It was kind of the coming thing at that time in '93, and like I say, low maintenance. I mean, the infrastructure is something we had to, of course, improve. Fencing. I had access to a lot of oil field and a lot of recycled materials, so that kept the cost down. And we just kept expanding from there, and now we're basically a cow-calf operation. We grow our calves through the summer and into the fall, and then sometime around January, February, we market the calves, and then so that's kind of our operation. So we're, and then all this pipe was production pipe from the oil wells.
Yes.
It's sanded, or it's got very weak points in the pipe somewhere when you do the ultrasounds on it. So all this material is recycled. In here, and the next guy, or I opened up that door there,
Mm-hmm.
As soon as they see that light or the hole, 9 times out of 10 they dart for that.
Yeah.
You don't want to open them up all the way through because they gain speed, and then so you break them down to break the speed down. That's what I was going to do today. If you guys weren't coming, because we're going to work on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'll come with my skid steer. See, then this is all concrete from here on. It's all concrete, because if we were working here in the spring, they'll just dig a hole and it'd just be a big mud hole here, right?
Yeah.
And then from this point on, I can come with my skid steer and level it all and bring gravel in, a little bit of gravel so that it doesn't, so you have the traction.
Yeah.
That's basically the system. We come down, we stop them here, we break them down into different boxes, slow them down, and then once we clear this box out, they go in. Like, we don't even have that middle gate open. We have that middle one further down.
Yeah.
Closed, so they just come in there, and then the guy's bringing them up, and then you just keep bringing them up. Then eventually I'm gonna cut that old gate out, make a little holding pen here to the side. I've already started there to make another. I'm gonna cut a hole out. So if I have something here, you want to minimize the stress. So if I take an animal that's here, in order to deal with it, I got to bring it all the way through the system.
Yeah.
If I got an animal here that I don't need to deal with, I can put it over there and then kick it out the back end. It doesn't have to go through the system. We want to minimize our use or handling of the animal. So just, it's like the old saying goes, there's never enough holding pens or breakout pens, And so it's just constant improvement, Like, I go to help some people out, and if they have the panels, just rods,
Yeah.
let's say gates like that. You pressure them right away, they want to try and get through the gate. And then they get a little bit of a bloody nose, or they hit it, they bust a horn or something.
Yeah.
So no, we're pretty keen on that. We all the gates are solid. When you get an animal bounce 9 times out of 10, the calf's going to bounce off that gate, maybe 10 times out of 10, but they won't bounce off of this gate. They may hit it once, and the steel will win. But
Yeah.
at 100 calves, you might have one broken horn right there. You'll have 30 broken horns or cracked horns or something.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. That particular spot, I just use it as this is my main gate. When I bring them up, they run up, then I close this, then they're in it solid. That gate is very rarely acting as a holding gate. Otherwise, they're going to hit it. But if I did use that, a simple piece of plastic, black plastic over top.
Yeah.
I had a guy that couldn't load a bull one time. I went to his place, and he spent about 20 minutes, half an hour trying to load this bull with his wife, and they were, just inexperienced. They were poking, trying to get it to go. So I come there and looked at the situation. It was probably about 10 feet wide. This is probably 16, 12 feet wide. I said, you got an old tarp around here? So he got an old tarp, sure enough. We strung it across with the rope, with the tarp draped down. And I said, okay, just move it. 1/4 inch at a time, not an inch, 1/4 inch at a time. Just, pretty soon that bull's backing up. The bull's backing up. He's backing up. As soon as the tarp comes to his nose, he's backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. And then he backed up a little bit, and then my buddy went and pulled the tarp fairly quick. I don't know, maybe a foot, probably to move it. And right away, now that became an instinct.
Yeah.
He jumped at the tarp because that was, he was defending himself. All of a sudden he realized he went underneath the tarp.
Yeah.
So now he escaped back to, he only went 10 feet, but he went back to where he started. So that's, okay, we start over again. Start over again. And I said a quarter inch at a time and stop. And I may be exaggerating a little bit, but the point is very, very slow. If he's backing up, he just, and next round we got him in. We went right into the loading chute.
Yeah.
Just a plain old piece of plastic or a tarp, Hey boys, we'll just stick together real, like us three of us, just kind of together, be less invasive to them. If we move slow, they'll come right up to us. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Boys and girls. So these are the ones that are going to put tags on them. But these are going to be going to market north of Winnipeg.
Okay.
Easy, boys. But my wife says, aren't you scared? I said, no. I just go boom and they all run. Yeah. And they'll be back. They're curious. They're very intriguing. Like I could sit here for hours and talk to them and try to understand them. Look at this one here. Come on, buddy. Dex. Dex, sit. Good girl. That's a girl.
I think it depends too on the vibe you're putting off. If you're nervous and scared, it's going to make them nervous
no
and
different
scared.
than horses. They say horses are really, but I've had really been able. This is to connect with these animals. Have been here about 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
In this pen, and the guy that had them before, he pays close attention to his calves. He talks to them, and he'd be nice. Be nice. It's okay, Dex. That's okay, Dex. It's okay. You okay? You okay? I mean, it could certainly lunge at him, just because. But I'm willing to take that chance. Be nice, Dex. Good boy, Dex. Good boy, Dex. Good boy. Get him. I think he'd run for the hills if that dog got her tongue on him. Just a raspy tongue. Be good boy. Good boy. Good boy. He's patient. You're patient with me. Good boy, Dex. Good boy. Sit. Dex. Look at that picture. Look at that picture. Yeah. Be good, Dex. Be good. Dex, be good. Good boy, Dex. You look facey. Be good, Dex. Be good. Be good. That's good, Dex. Dex, don't be. You be nice. Be nice. Be nice, Dex. Be nice. That's the way. See, you guys can lick each other now. Hey. Good boy. Good boy. She's got her tail up. She's got the flagpole up. There's something unique about that animal. It grows on you. It's something spiritual. I can't explain it, but we walked around the pen today and they look at you and you look at them, and I always tease some of my close friends and colleagues. I say that I got to go to the farm for my therapy session, and I just walk around. I'll spend sometimes hours just visiting them and connecting with them. And there's something special about them, and I don't know what it is, but after 31 years, I still can't figure it out. But and then I was telling you earlier, when we do ship these animals, and we do have a whole bunch of animals that leave the farm, it's a sad day for various reasons. But I don't know, there's something sad about that day, because it's like the life of the farm is gone. There's still other animals around, but when you sell a load out of the around the yard, it just seems empty. And there's something about it that so I can honestly say, as long as I can still feed them and handle them, I'll be doing it till I'm not around anymore. It keeps me going, I think. I wouldn't say it takes a special person to grow these animals and work with these animals, but you do have to give them the opportunity to grow on you. And once they grow on you, you won't give it up. And I think, you know, some people, the perception is they're a wild animal, and they still have their wild nature. They're very fast animal, but they're very easy to handle if you know how to read them and respect them. You have to respect them as for what, you know, how they evolved. And if you give them the respect and understand how they think and how they move, you saw it today. They will follow you. You jump a little bit. That's almost you know, they're flighty, but they come back and visit. And there's just something about them. I can't explain it. You just connect with them. And that's why it's sad when you got to let them go, but that's part of our business, friend.
This is the snow that I found up there. They like to clean up the area, and then the ice
Okay, Bill.
Use my camera. I know. You like Sony's better. You like Sony's better. I promise, Sony's taste better. I promise. Right? Is it my jacket? Does she like my jacket?
I don't know. She likes. I'll have a sweater on or a different jacket. She'll lick
Yeah.
it for some reason. You notice the texture? Or
I still want a horn up the
Just
backside.
don't let her grab a hold of your beard.
Oh, that's just a her poop.
They always just
You got slobber all over your back.
licks your jacket. Yeah. You could stab somebody with that.
Yeah.
Getting cold to hold though.
I bet it is.
Oh, you ruined the shot.
Oh,